welcome back to another episode of Technology Thursdays. My name is Marcy Nelson, and I am the Head of Youth Services for the Livingston Parish Library. If you're new to this series, welcome. We're so glad you can join us. For reference, Technology Thursdays are quick, step-by-step demos of various free databases our library offers to our patrons. The databases we feature here focus on our youth and teen patron needs and are useful for parents, caregivers, and educators who work with them. Today we're going to be introducing you to a few genre and age-specific supplemental ebook resources we subscribe to. In previous Technology Tuesday videos for our adult patrons this summer, we went over Hoopla and Cloud Library, which are our two largest and most popular ebook resources. Another ebook resource that we've touched base on was the BookFlix resource we went over in a previous Technology Thursday video, as well as the whole suite of Tumble resources, which we did a separate video on altogether. Today's resources are Comics Plus and Sesame Street eBooks. Let's get going, shall we? First, you'll want to pull up our library website at www.mylpl.info. That's www.mylpl.info. Once there, you'll look at the top of the right-hand side of the page. Just below the search button, you'll see a toolbar with a tab titled Research. Let's click here. Once this page pulls up, you will see all the databases we subscribe to listed by type and alphabetically. Today we're going to start by looking for where it says eBooks and e-audiobooks. Then we will click on the plus symbol to the right. Now we have a drop menu of all our databases that fall under this tag listed alphabetically. Today we will scroll down until we see Comics Plus. Remember that below the database title is a brief description of the database and what it offers, as well as information about how you can access it. Note that this database can be accessed both from within a library branch as well as at home with your library card. By clicking on the title of the database, we can launch the database site itself. Comics Plus allows our patrons to access hundreds of graphic novels on the go. Simply log in with the library card number and browse a selection of e-comics or use a search function to find something specific. Patrons can even check out an unlimited number of titles at a time for up to 7 days each. Once launched, you'll see a familiar layout with this database. The search bar and toolbar menu are at the top, and a rotating carousel of featured topics and collections is on display just below that. If you continue to scroll down, you'll find more featured collections, with titles that you can scroll through just like the carousel of featured items above. Going back to the toolbar, the Featured button is first on the menu. This will bring you to the home page where we already are located, with all of the featured collections down below. The second menu option is Popular, which redirects us to a page featuring a top-picked title, as well as a written description of that title and more top-picked titles below to look through. The Just Added button, of course, shows you what's brand new to the collection and can be filtered by age, categories, publishers, or types. You can also choose to sort the options by relevance, title alphabetically, best-selling, or release date. You can also choose how many options are shown on the page by selecting the drop-down menu here. There is also a Browse option on the toolbar that, unlike the other buttons, is a drop-down menu itself. Here, you can select various age ratings, popular categories, popular publishers, or popular titles to search through. You can also choose to quick search by keyword in the search bar just to the right of the menu options. By allowing your cursor to hover over a title of interest, you'll see the following buttons display: View, or Read Now. The View button redirects you to another page that features a quick summary of the title as well as other copyright information. Again, you'll see that Read Now button below. By clicking that button, you'll launch the Reader View. Here, you can manipulate the title just like you would a real book. You can change the view from one-page to two-page view by using the drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner. You can also zoom in or out by using these buttons here. There's an instructional button, which opens this cheat sheet for you to manipulate the book from your keyboard. The last button in this area of the screen is to close the book. There are right and left navigation arrows on either side, or you can select from the page display below to change the page you're seeing. And the numbers in the upper right-hand corner tell you how many pages are in the book and what page number you're on. When you're done reading, you simply close the book using the button I showed you earlier, and go back to searching the collection for your next read. Going back to our library's database page, this time we want to look at the menu for educational databases. By now, we're quite familiar with this area. By clicking the plus symbol on the right, we open up our options and scroll down to where we see Sesame Street eBooks. Again, you'll see the database description and the details telling us how we can access this particular resource. By clicking the title, we're redirected to the actual database site. Sesame Street eBooks presents a free library of more than 200 ebooks based on the popular television show Sesame Street that so many know and love. These ebooks include read-alongs, animation, and interactive elements with a special emphasis on skills that help preschoolers get ready for school. The site itself is very user-friendly and is designed to allow children to self-navigate should the parent decide to allow. The initial view shows various ebook options arranged alphabetically. Users can use the back and next arrow buttons at the top or bottom to scroll through more options. You'll notice under the cover images are buttons in green and orange. Some say read, while others say read and watch. This lets you know if the item displayed is simply an ebook or a video. You can launch the reader or video player by clicking on the cover image or these buttons. At the top of the page is also a toolbar. Here you can use the search bar at the right for a quick keyword search, or you can click where it says eBooks and you're redirected to a new page that offers further information for users in order to allow them to utilize this database efficiently and effectively. Here you can browse by subject or format, watch a demo, pick up a few tips or tricks, download the new iPad app, browse featured titles, or sign up here with your email to receive updates about Sesame Street eBooks. Back at the top, you can even learn what an ebook is and can reference this page when teaching your little one about ebooks and the database site itself. Back on the My Bookshelf page, which is the home page we were first introduced to, you'll see this handy button at the top in the right-hand corner that says Switch to Parents Mode. Now the site looks a little different, doesn't it? The layout has more bells and whistles to help us better navigate what we're searching for. There's an additional toolbar at the top that allows us to search by subject and format, as well as allow us to sort our options by title. There's even user information on the right-hand side, such as subscription info, reading tips, and how-to guides based on material format. Once you've found a title your child likes, remember you can click on the cover image or use the buttons underneath to launch the reader or player while in child mode. However, in parent mode, if you click the cover image, you're first redirected to a new page that gives you a summary of the title, copyright information, and a star rating. Here, you will also see the read button. By clicking that button, you have now launched the player or reader and can begin enjoying this title with your little one. In the upper left-hand corner are the zoom buttons, the full screen buttons, and a print button. There are familiar navigation arrows that allow the child to view the book as if flipping the pages. The page numbers are displayed in the bottom left and right-hand corners, and a close button is in the upper right-hand corner for when you're finished with the book. The player for animated ebooks or videos looks slightly different. You'll still see the full screen button in the upper left-hand corner, but you'll also see a play and stop button in the upper center, and a volume control slider next to the close button in the upper right-hand corner. The bar at the bottom allows you to keep track of where you are in the video. The player or reader for audio ebooks looks like a combination of the last two, with elements from each version. There's also a new button, the Auto Page Turn button, which allows your child to follow along with reading without having to worry about navigating the book by themselves. One last feature of the Sesame Street ebook database is that here, at the top of the page, is always a link to sesamestreet.org, where your child can have access to games, videos, and art projects that pair perfectly to the titles found at Sesame Street eBooks. This coupling of sites makes for the perfect supplement to lesson plans and at-home learning. I hope everyone enjoyed today's demo of Comics Plus and Sesame Street eBooks. Remember, all you need is your library card, the device of your choice, and internet access, and you can utilize these resources along with many other digital resources available through our library website at www.mylpl.info. You can also see what other programs and activities your library has going on from that site, or follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We hope you join us again next Thursday, same time, to see what other resources we'll feature that may help you and your child learn something new while having fun. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, love your library.